News is here for you now with the 6 things to know about as you start your day.
Happening today, a joint session of the Senate and House Appropriations Committees will hear for the first time Governor Gretchen Whitmer's fiscal year 2026 executive budget recommendations.
State Budget Director Jen Flood will outline her vision at 11 a.m. inside Heritage Hall. That'll include 10 key proposals that, according to Whitmer's office, will help lower costs for Michiganders.
The 10 proposals include retaining the Working Families Tax Credit, which Governor Whitmer says put, on average, more than $3,500 back in the pockets of 650,000 Michigan families. It also includes continuing access to free pre-K for every Michigan 4-year-old, keep providing free breakfast and lunch for all public school students, more money to build more affordable housing and to expand resources for water affordability and energy assistance, launching a price gouging team within the Michigan Attorney General's office, and supporting Michiganders with disabilities by expanding the MyAble program. We'll have a closer look at this proposed budget when you join me today at noon.
Staying at the state capitol, we expect protesters to gather there today to speak out against President Donald Trump in a new movement called 50-51, which stands for 50 states, 50 capitals in one day. Organizers say it'll be a peaceful rally against the Trump administration in response to his recent executive orders, particularly involving federal agency restructuring, immigration, and Project 2025. Lansing will be part of what the 50-51 movement says will include every state capital across the United States. The local protest will start at noon. So far, it's still unclear if any speakers or activities aside from speaking out against President Trump are scheduled. This is a story 6 News will be following on 6 News at noon.
Alma Cooper, the current Miss USA, a Mid-Michigan native and Army First Lieutenant, will visit her alma mater today to share her story with high school students. She'll be at Okemos High School, where she graduated from in 2019. After leaving the Mid-Michigan area, Cooper went to West Point and has since earned her master's in data science from Stanford University. She's been touring the state and talking with kids about their futures, and today she'll return home to do the same. 6 News reporter Rachel Ramsey will talk with Cooper later on, and we'll have more from her visit during our evening shows.
Members of a local McDonald's and many from the MSU cheerleading team will somewhat combine Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day by bringing love in the form of Shamrock Shakes to U of M Health Sparrow team members today. The Saputo family McDonald's is the one that is donating the treats. Organizers say it's to support those who care for our youngest patients and to get the word out that for every Shamrock Shake sold at a Mid-Michigan McDonald's, the restaurants will donate a quarter to the Ronald McDonald House of Mid-Michigan. This organization works to give local families a safe place to rest, shower, get a hot meal, or do laundry while their children are hospitalized. We expect the Shamrock Shake delivery to take place around 1:30 p.m.
The city of Lansing once again activating its Code Blue extreme cold weather plan, which will continue into next week. Code Blue allows local shelters to operate additional hours and temporarily increase capacity. It also allows the Lansing Fire and Police departments to take people in need to these shelters. And don't forget, the CATA bus system will provide free rides to anyone needing to get to a shelter or warming center. As of this morning, the Code Blue is set to stay in effect until 6 a.m. on Friday, February 14th. We posted a full list of available shelters for you on our website, WLNS.com.
On Capitol Hill, Senate Republicans are pushing forward to confirm President Trump's cabinet and other key positions.
Meanwhile, Democrats are pushing back on some of the more controversial picks. Maddie Biertemple has a closer look at how the new administration is taking shape.
President Donald Trump's cabinet is taking shape.
Nomination is confirmed.
The Senate Tuesday confirmed former Georgia Congressman Doug Collins to lead the Veterans Affairs Department. The Senate also approved Pam Bondi's nomination as Attorney General.
Pam Bondi has promised to get the department back to its core mission.
And despite Democratic opposition, RFK Jr. is moving forward to lead the Health and Human Services Department.
He is singularly unfit.
With no votes from Democrats, Kennedy advanced out of committee.
The vote was 14-13.
Idaho Republican Senator Mike Crapo says Kennedy will bring needed change to Americans' health care.
He has spent his career fighting to end America's chronic illness epidemic.
Democrats like Oregon's Ron Wyden say his views on vaccines are dangerous.
Peddling these conspiracy theories as the nation's chief health officer is going to be deadly.
Director of National Intelligence pick Tulsi Gabbard also got the green light in committee. Both she and Kennedy next face full Senate votes. Other nominees expected to face scrutiny include Education Secretary Pick and former WWE CEO Linda McMahon. Maryland Democratic Senator Chris Van Hollen said he doesn't think she's qualified.
I'm trying to figure out what her background has been in education. And you need to search far and wide, and I can tell you, even after you do that, you're not going to find anything.
The Senate has not yet scheduled a hearing for McMahon. In Washington, I'm Maddie Beertemple.